and welcome to Richmond TV's Community Focus. I'm your host, Jason Robbins, and we have Keith Rengert here from the Richmond's Lions Club. How you doing today, Keith?
Doing well, Jason.
Thank you so much for coming on the show.
Thanks for having me.
So I know for everyone the past year has been a little bit wonky, to say the least, when it comes to everything that's going on in the world. But Lions Club's still going strong, still putting on programs and stuff. So how long has Lions Club, since it's the first time you guys have been on, how long has Lions Club been an organization in Richmond?
Okay, we've been in existence for 80 years. This is actually our 80th year of service in Richmond. And we'd like to be celebrating more, but because of the pandemic, we're not. But we are continuing to serve the community. I should say a little bit about the start of the Richmond Lions Club. A lot of names people might know, or like the Fred Penwarden or the Ben Dingles. They started the club way back in 1940. So we've been serving the community ever since then. And the first get-together that the club had as far as a fundraiser was at Bob Whitty's gas station, which is Main and Division, and the club earned $7.50. So we've come a long way since that period of time.
Oh yeah, that's for sure. So despite the pandemic, you got some projects and fundraisers you guys are putting together?
Yeah, we had to change up at the beginning of the year as far as fundraisers. We met outside for the first 2 months. The next 2 months we met inside, and now we've been doing Zoom meetings, which we hope to return in February back to indoor meetings with a restriction on number of that we can have in attendance. We limited it for 2 months to 10 individuals, or mostly our board members.
What are the projects that you have lined up for 2020?
Okay,
2021. Sorry.
Yeah, 2021. We had to make some changes though. The beginning of our Lion year, and I became club president for this year beginning July 1st. So as I mentioned, we did some outside meetings. Our projects, what we had to change up, we were just finishing up with White Cane, and that's John Malberg and Bob Zelka were heading that up. And we changed by letting the newspapers know, the North Macomb Voice, that we were going to continue the White Cane program, but take mailed-in donations, which ended that program, and we did quite well. Mm-hmm. Other projects that the Lions Club has, such as community service projects, we do Adopt a Highway. Mm-hmm. The first one was cut out because of restrictions of the state, but we did 2 Adopt a Highway projects where we clean the highway from the Richmond Cemetery to School Section Road down M19. We've done that. We're the longest continuous organization doing Adopt the Highway. Mm-hmm. So we could continue that. We had to cancel our golf outing. Tom Habel and the group heads that up, but that was obvious that we needed to cancel that. Then we found out later that Good Old Days had to be canceled, so we do the food wagon out there by the Demo Derby, so we had to cancel that as well. And both of those projects are really major fundraisers for our project account, where we give back to the community. We help different community projects. One of those projects was the Student Scholarship Program. Mm-hmm. Denny Bolin, one of our members, started that over 25 years ago, where Richmond area students, seniors, can apply for scholarship. And then we issue 4 scholarships. The year prior to that, 2019, we could give 4 $2,000 scholarships. But when we ended the year with losing some projects, we did honor 4 scholarships. We cut that amount down to $1,000 each. Mm-hmm.
Which is still a good number.
It's a good number, and we actually shifted gears a little bit with that. Now I'll tell you a little bit about that coming up when we talk more about the scholarship program and the Goodfellow program. But one of my favorite projects too is another community service project. You know, it's not a fundraiser. We adopted an airplane at Selfridge Air National Guard in the museum out there. And it's a F-86A Sabre. And in July, we go out there and we wash that airplane, the outside area, you know, that all the planes are stored in. And that's our plane, and we've been doing that for a number of years. Joan Hotaker from town coordinates that effort as well, and we did follow through with that. So we also did the Scarecrow contest, which we normally do along Main Street. The Halloween treats in conjunction with Parks and Rec this year. And another project we had to cancel was Breakfast with Santa. I know that made a lot of kids unhappy, but we did receive some coloring pages from kids that colored in the Goodfellow newspaper this year.
Good.
Okay. A couple other projects I should mention because of the pandemic. You mentioned that and how we had to change up. The Goodfellow program has been in our community for 79 years. And, you know, so if you see the lions out on the street corner, you'll see, you'll actually, a lot of you might know us from the White Cane sales and also the Goodfellow newspaper on the street corners and stores. We almost canceled that program this year because we know the business owners were hit hard with the pandemic and the restrictions that took place. But we decided to move forward with it, stating that, you know, when we went to the businesses or contacted the businesses, that if they could not afford, you know, an ad this year in the Goodfellow newspaper, there's 56 pages in there, about 150 businesses that participate in this, that we would continue their ad at no cost to them. We were, to our surprise, we ended up with businesses giving us more than the amount that was due. And we actually had the best year that we've ever had with Goodfellow ads, you know, and donations to that portion of the paper. We weren't sure as far as distribution of the paper, but thanks to the city council approving street sales this year, we weren't quite sure. And a couple of stores following their restrictions as well as the city, we did better than we've ever done before with contributors. People were reaching deep into their pockets to contribute to this program.
Well, and everyone trying to help out the community, because I mean, Lions Club always does so much for the community throughout the year, and it's so great to hear that businesses stepped up, even with the issues that they've been having, that they were able to come through and help you out too, with everything going on.
Yeah, you know, a lot of people don't know where the money goes for the Goodfellow program. One thing I want to make clear is 100% of what these people give us, you know, goes into that program and stays in our community. And a lot of people think of this only as a program, you know, that provides No Child Without Christmas with toys and food. But we do much more than that. We had 29 families this year. We packed food baskets thanks to the EMS allowing us to sort in that end bay. And the middle school kids came through again with having Stuff the Bus, the student council of the middle school. We actually ended up with more food than we had before as well. So before Christmas, we delivered the food and toys to the parents, 29 families with food, which included 36 children that received toys that the parents could put under the tree for them on Christmas.
That's great. That's just great to hear. So you, when it also comes to the Goodfellows program, it's not just providing kids with the meals and stuff too. You guys do things like eye exams, hearing aids, medical equipment, stuff like that too?
Yes, I'm glad you mentioned that because, and it shows it in the Goodfellow newspaper at the bottom, but our Goodfellow program isn't a one-time thing. We go year-round with other assistance to the community. we actually had enough funds this year where we started early into the pandemic, where we used Goodfellow funds to do the Can Do program, which was we had canned goods and non-perishable goods at 4 different stations in and around the city of Richmond, which was a great assistance to those that were initial effect of the pandemic. And we also did a food program delivery for those that were immediately impacted by the pandemic. But as you mentioned, we have, for those that cannot afford it, we provide payment for eye exams and lenses. So we do that through Lion Denny Bolin. Hearing assistance, Lion Paul Otsby has a program for that. If you're in need, we can get you a hearing exam and 1 or 2 hearing aids, depending on what's needed. And we have one of my other favorite programs, medical equipment rental. And people, usually forget about this, but you don't have to go and buy your walker for temporarily or a wheelchair. Any of those types of assistance that you might temporarily need or in the long range, we provide that in conjunction with Richmond Lennox EMS. So while we fund any of the cost of that program, EMS does delivery and pickup then, but that's a good program.
Okay. Now, you were talking about there's some extra stuff going on with the scholarship program, and this year you're doing a raffle instead? Yes.
Early on, we knew we were going to be in trouble with having no fundraisers this year. So Denny Bolin and the committee for the scholarship committee that's done this, like Denny's done it from the beginning over 25 years, and the committee came up with a raffle idea. And we ended up naming it the SOS raffle, Save Our Scholarships. Mm-hmm. And that has been going very well. And if this is aired before February 2nd, Groundhog Day, if anybody wants or would like to donate to this program, you can send it to our P.O. box number or just contact any of the Lions Club members.
Okay. Right. So how much are the tickets?
Tickets are $10 each, and the raffle items, I don't know if I have them readily available, but we have 3 major raffle items. We have a flat screen TV, a large flat screen TV. We have also a barbecue grill, and also a smartwatch, I believe, or something on that order. But they're nice prizes. 100% of this will go to the scholarship program this year. I anticipate that we'll get up to $1,500 for 4 students this year, which would be great. Mm-hmm. We've got some great feedback from students that have received scholarships and received degrees out of this program.
Great. So once again, you can send the donation to the Lions Club scholarship donation, P.O. Box 221, Richmond, Michigan.
Yes, P.O. Box 221, Richmond, Michigan, and you could do that if you have a Goodfellow donation that you missed the Goodfellow paper. P.O. Box 221, Richmond, Michigan.
So with the Goodfellows papers, do these go out? Do you have multiple editions a year, or do you just have the one yearly edition?
No, we have the one yearly edition. So every December we're on the streets, and the first year, like I said, this was our 79th year of the Goodfellow program, and I wish I would have had one from the first year when it first came out, because if you think of the 40s and December 1941 was the attack on Pearl Harbor. Right. So a great deal of history in this club. And,
So now if you wanted to be a member of the Lions Club, what do you have to do?
Okay, just call any of the members. You can call me at home, 727-4 663. And hopefully you'll put my email address on there or contact any Lion Club member. Our club is made up of both men and women. Some clubs are, only male, but our program has worked great with men and women on the club.
Well, it just shows how much you guys are just dedicated to. Well, all the people are dedicated to taking care of our community, especially during its roughest times.
Right.
So, do you have a website or a social media platform that you guys use on a regular basis?
I don't have that handy with me, but we do a monthly newsletter.
Okay.
If you look at that monthly newsletter, my email address is on there, but if you'd like to receive one of those, you can email me at krengert.comcast.net. So.
Okay. Anything else that you'd like to add?
Just one last thing. It's one of the best clubs, out there in the state and maybe in the nation because we're family. Mm-hmm. We give back to we work in the community, we give back to churches, schools, and the like, and our businesses treat us well. So we'd like to thank the businesses, the community, and all the governmental units that we serve.
All right. So thank you so much, Keith, for joining me today. Just keep us posted on anything that you have going on with the Lions Club, or if you have any other fun stuff, you're always welcome back onto the show.
Okay, thank you.
Not a problem. Okay, so you can send any donations to Richmond Lions Club, P.O. Box 221, Richmond, Michigan. You can visit them on the web at www.richmondlions.net, and you can. The organization email is richmondlions@yahoo.com if you're interested or have any questions about any of the programs that we've talked about today. If you'd like any other updates and the newsletter, you can contact Keith Rengert here at krengert@comcast.net, or you can also call 586-727-4663. Thank you for joining us and have a great day.